Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Furthermore, welcome to Blended Healing. Be who you are, but don't allow the watchman fall asleep on the job. On some days, we wake up feeling so fresh and enthusiastic, and we decide to remain in the same state of mind the entire day. Relaxed, chilled out, smoothed out, pretty much happy. We will then visualize ourselves succeeding and being very sure not to get disturbed. But right on cue, here comes a scene. Something happens and our anger or our ego takes over completely. It feels as if the scene was constructed with the sole intention of breaking your inner promise to yourself of stability and happiness. Sometimes you become very determined to watch maybe how you eat that day. But on the same day, you find the most delectable menu or a favorite dish being cooked. So you end up overeating. Situations come to challenge our willpower. But the very first time that we succumb to it, we tend to give in permanently instead of saying, I will remain stable during the rest of the day. We start overthinking and criticizing ourselves for failing. And that diminishes our soul power even further. So you become more vulnerable in all different types of interactions during the day with different people, whether it's at work, friends, or your family. Even in the smallest things, you become more vulnerable. So the whole day goes into a state of chaos. Few of us believe that small rounds of anger help to create an adrenaline rush, right? And that helps us to perform better, or that anger gets work done. What if I told you that there's evidence out there that anger does more harm? Apart from hurting your relationships, anger, and especially outburst, leads to illnesses like high blood pressure, maybe some blockages in your arteries, insomnia, body aches, digestive disorders, so on and so forth. Others believe that ego gives us a sense of power, and that helps us to be successful. But the truth is that ego is a weakness, major weakness. It demands respect instead of commanding respect. So eventually, people will move away from you, and you do not experience success. Certain emotions will test us. They'll test us the most when we least expect it. Anger and ego going hand in hand tops the list, apart from the temptation to go towards doing wrong things, if you know what I mean. Habits. This means that our virtue of willpower, because willpower is a virtue, gets tested all the time. But it's up to us to be determined and to emerge from that and use our inner resources of peace, power, and happiness. You know what that's called? It's called walk away. Walk away. A little attention will help us see everyone as beautiful people. I know, I know. Sometimes we just can't get that past that because we're so angry and our ego is taking over. So to us, those people look ugly. But if you just tap into the backstory of other people, in there somewhere is a beautiful soul. Your pure energy will motivate other people to emerge and use their virtues. You see how this is going? This means not only will your day be beautiful, but your energy will influence people around you to be beautiful too. Blended, you're saying all this to say what? What do you mean by don't let the watchman go to sleep? This is what I mean. What I mean by that is that in all different things and backgrounds and foundations that we have had instilled in us, whether it's religion based, whether it's spirituality, a lot of importance is placed on virtues. We just talked about one. Here's another one. How about the virtue of discipline? Without discipline, you don't manage to transform negative habits, and you do not create a new state of awareness where the self is nourished through the experience of spirituality. Every day we eat, we brush our teeth, we take a bath, we drink water, we breathe. Our breath is our direct connection to the divine. And all of this that you do, you don't consider as a discipline. It has been so adopted into your machinations as being something in natural order for your body to continue working properly. But on a spiritual level or on religious levels, right? Have you ever sat back and thought about that you need to nourish yourself and to have a discipline that with practice, a time comes when it becomes natural because you make it a part of your life. And in the process of this change, you need to discipline yourself in order not to let the old habits come back. I'm going to get you there. Until you have burnt the old habits and then they die, you have to keep the watchman of your attention alert in order to maintain your self-control. Boom. Given that each time you use a negative habit in action, you strengthen it. When you do not use it, you allow it to die. On your spiritual journey as a traveler, one of the waking, the awareness of yourself as a soul, and sleeping under the illusion that we are our body. Walking, waking, and sleeping. We tend to go between the two, like morning and night, like dawn and dusk, until we find a stability in our soul consciousness. That's why it's important to awaken and stay awake. And that's why it's important to give your mind and your intellect good spiritual food, spiritual wisdom, and exercise, which is your meditation, every day to keep them fresh and alert. Being conscious of the soul, acting from that consciousness, the sores, the habits, and the tendencies left by past actions are based on illusions, baby, of badly awareness. Strike that. Of bodily awareness that needs to be healed. Discipline is necessary for spiritual growth. And the personal transformation, if you want to obtain satisfying and permanent results. If not, the old habits continue to rule in your life. Don't allow the watchman of your self-control and discipline fall asleep. The evidence that your discipline in the practice of prayer, meditation is working. It's working. The mental lightness and the increasing easiness in your interactions with other people and the success in everything that you do. Remember, discipline is a virtue. Don't let the watchman sleep on your self-control. You don't have to deal with all of these other different things that ebb and flow in your life. You can still be who you are. You have the power of determination and emotional stability if you learn how to control your anger, your ego, and strengthen your willpower to maintain a better inner peace for a happier and healthier life. Don't allow yourself to absorb shit from other people, especially now. We are all being tested to the 15th power right now. To the 15th freaking power. When I tell you that the floodgates have opened onto pure chaos, I've been telling you step by step by step in the videos, in the knowledge of the retrogrades, in the knowledge of yourself, in the knowledge that this is time to be self-aware and to take care of yourself. Have you sat your ass down long enough to hear what I'm saying to you? Or would you rather still run around in this illusion of chaos? Because, baby, we getting a whole lot of that. But you have to understand that this is just a test. This is a simulation of the broadcasting systems of your life. It's your choice. For those who have ears who will hear, blessings. For those who do not, you will catch the lesson again and again and again. You know I'm going to keep it straight. So with that being said, may things fall the way they fall. And may you persevere to come out on the other side. I want to thank you for stopping by Blended Healing on today. I know that I have been a little inconsistent the last couple of days, but like I told you, life is lifing and shit is happening. But God, but God. If you ain't got nothing else to say, just say thank you. Gratitude. Deep bow. And Ashe.